At the outset, I would like to mention that I'm a proud father of a son who now works with Google, and he was a part of Hijack. So, because he was a part of Hijack, what I see in that boy, the change which happened in him was that one, he took responsibility at a college level, which is very different and difficult. For a young college student, he's so carefree, and so this was a transformation I personally saw in that young man. My friend's son were also there. They become more linked to different aspects of values in life. And they start respecting the other's point of view. So I think I coaches them to have their heads on the shoulder. I think that's something which is very critical as a part of the other thing is, as you are growing up, you do not know what should be your career map. These are the formative years. Such forums like these are help in the in looking at that expanded world, which is just beyond studies, and helps you to understand that the business, the societal needs are very different, and there's a large world in which you have very many ways to contribute. And if there is a passion in you, supposing it's photography, you can still be a photographer and make a great living. And that's, I think, these kind of forums help you to understand that. Oh, fantastic. My association has almost been for the last 9 years. And I must tell you, I addressed an international forum 9 years back in 2005, where almost 3,000 to 4,000 international students were here. International Congress. It was absolutely phenomenal. I drove down to Agra and I addressed that. And then, my boss Atul Singh has been on the board, but I've been executing his decisions on how to move forward. I think what has been great is that one, there has been a continuity of relationship. The second part is that, when the Hijack students come to us, I presume that there'll be a lot of learning about the corporate and its values. But in turn, from the corporate side, there's a lot of learning for us. Because we tend to learn what's the new things which are happening. Because you see, today's world, child is the father of man. And, a Flipkart of Sanchit Balsal is teaching you how to sell differently. I was just told how he sold that book, 50,000 books were sold, and 130,000 books were dispatched on one particular day. So it's a completely new world, and when I was looking at, a movie while I was flying to Hyderabad, it was all about IT revolution. Because IT is all about enablement and reaching, making the globe more like a village. The different communities are formed. So I think in this new community format, when you look at social media, it's a fact that the learning and development of the kids is far, far better than what opportunities we got at our time. And many times I go to my son and say, okay, son, this is my new phone, or this is my new iPad. Please help me. I'm not being able to understand this new app, So the fact is, we learn. And these forums help you to learn a lot. And I think what's most important is the togetherness and collaboration. Because, I think, look at St. Stephen's College or Doon School or La Martiner School, each batchmate says, hey, my batchmate of such and such year. Huh? So there's a lot of bonding. So I see a lot of bonding between the Hijack boys and girls, which takes them a long way as a part of a network in their life. So my advice to the young guys is be yourself, have that self-belief. Don't go by newspaper headlines. We are in changing, dynamic, great times ahead, and believe it or not, what will happen for the good. Because there are changing times, so there are changing expectations. Each person, the other person, there's a lot more change in expectation from the other. So how do you live up to the expectations and at the same time have time for yourself and live your values? I think that's a very tough one. But you don't have to copy anybody else. You have to be yourself and learn the good values of Mr. X. So I think that's extremely important. And as I said, that the times are changing and evolving. And in this changing, dynamic world, if the young person is able to have patience, have one hobby which he keeps cultivating, because you can't be just working on internet and work. You need to have that love for music or sports, because that will keep you as a very, very balanced person. So that I would also have an advice for that.